everyone.
Hello there, everybody.
Welcome. I'm Leslie.
And I'm Paul.
So welcome to Turning Pages with Paul and Lesley. We're so glad that you have joined us today. We're just a community of book lovers. So we're so happy to be back with you this week. It's been a wonderful week.
It has. It's been a wonderful week. And listen, to everybody who took the time out to tell Leslie happy birthday
thank you so
on our video
much.
last week. Thank you. She was blown away.
I really was.
She was blown away
so much. It was a great birthday, a wonderful weekend with my bae, and we just had a wonderful time. But thank you all so much for thinking enough to just stop by and say happy birthday.
Yeah, we appreciate it, and we also appreciate the support that you give our channel.
Yes.
Thank you for hitting the like button, for sharing with family and friends. Thank you for hitting that notification bell. Thank you for all that you're doing to be supportive of us. And thank you also for making those comments. They mean so much to us, and they give us an opportunity to interact with you guys. So thank you.
Thank you. So today, you all, without further adu, I've got a haul.
All right.
I've got a haul.
Okay.
Haul with Paul.
A haul with Paul and Lesley.
And Leslie.
Yeah.
Paul. Right.
Yeah.
So, Paul, the first one I'm going to show is my first purchase from this place right here.
Thrift Books.
Yeah. Have any of you purchased books from Thrift Books? This is my first time. They say that they're the largest online used bookstore. So
let me ask you a question before you show us the book.
Okay.
How did you find out about Thrift Books?
So in my pursuits to search the web for several years looking for books outside of Amazon, this particular bookstore would always pop up.
Okay.
And I would look from time to time, but I never purchased.
Okay.
And I didn't realize that they were actually the largest, or claimed to be the largest online used bookstore.
Okay.
And so I did purchase 2 books from them.
Okay.
Not realizing after the fact, because I didn't read carefully.
Okay.
Reading is fundamental, right?
It is.
I didn't read because some of them, the notes are at the bottom that says, hey, you may not get the cover.
Oh.
So in this case, I just opened it, you all, and looked in it right before and noticed that this one did not have a cover.
Oh,
and
wow.
It does have a little damage.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's a children's book. It's entitled Maybe, and it's okay. It's okay. I would have loved the cover. It was a blue.
How does the inside look?
It looks just fine.
Okay.
I don't see any marks or anything. It looks just fine. It's readable.
All right.
And I mean, the pictures are just as beautiful as ever.
Okay.
Someone
That's
at
good.
Training read this book to us the other day, and I said I gotta get this book because I could use it in my training.
Okay.
And it was just a beautiful book, period.
Okay.
I mean, the illustrations are just nice and simplistic, but very nice. But yeah, not too bad. I mean,
all right.
You know, I'm going to be reading it to myself and to others, so that's okay.
Okay,
now,
so
this one, go ahead,
all right.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm going to be the audience in this case.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask questions that the audience might ask.
Okay.
So what kinds of books can we find on Thrift Books?
I think you can literally find any book that they have available.
I mean, so any genre?
Yeah, they have all the genres, mystery, thrillers.
Oh, wow.
I mean, new books like The Fourth Wing.
Really?
I mean, they have them all, and it will be, used.
And I'm sure they have large print and the whole works.
I'm not sure about large print, but we can go and find out.
We can check it out. Okay.
Yeah, put it on our community page.
All right.
But yeah, check it out for yourself if you're interested, everybody.
Because I've never, ever heard of Thrift Books, ever.
Yeah, I've been seeing it for years. I just never pursued a purchase, you know? So this time, this book does have the cover.
Well, go on now.
Well, how about that?
Well, how about it?
And this one's called When Things Aren't Going Right, Go Left.
Ha!
And it's such a cute little...
That is hysterical.
Book. And the back says we all have worries, fears, and frustrations.
Yes, we do.
But we also all have a choice to carry them with us or to let them go.
That's good stuff.
When things aren't going right, sometimes we simply need to go left.
I like that.
And that's
I
on the
like
back
that.
cover.
I like that. That is so cool.
And look at him.
Yeah.
Isn't he the cutest?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, this, Paul, you're really going to enjoy this book. I mean, it's just so beautiful.
That's cool.
Somebody read this to us the other day. Well, they didn't read it to us. It was on a table at one of my trainings.
Okay.
And
you were able to look at it.
And looked at it and said, I'm getting that one.
That's very cool.
Yeah, because all of us deal with that, including kids.
Right.
And I want to be able to speak to that if I'm ever in a classroom. But
I like that.
Usually it's always a book that speaks to me first.
Right.
Before I even get it out to the classroom. So
right.
That is really, really cool.
Right.
Now, honey.
And now tell everybody, too, why it is, because some of our audience might be new, and they may be wondering why it is that you've seen fit to purchase children's books. So share why it is that you do have children's books and teens and stuff like that in your collection.
Yeah, so I have children's books. I have books that could be read to a toddler, to an elementary student, to a middle school student, high school students, and all the way up to adults. Why do I get children's books? Because I'm a teacher.
All right. Yeah, I wanted everybody to know.
I'm a teacher, and I'm also a motivational speaker. And I use books a lot, even when I'm speaking and when I'm training, because I'm also a trainer, an educational trainer. And I love to either open my training with a book, and it's usually a children's book with a message, or I love to end my training with a book. In fact, I'm glad you asked, because this week, it was Tuesday. I had a huge training, full day training. And at the end of that training, I was training teachers.
Okay.
And, around this time, it's very difficult for teachers, very stressful.
Right.
And I wanted to read something just to thank them and let them know, hey, hang in there.
Right.
And that we celebrate them.
Right.
So I read this book. Woohoo! You're doing great.
Awesome.
And this one, I mean, just to, encourage them. So, yeah, just letting the teachers know you're doing a great job. And isn't that just the cutest book by Sandra Boynton?
I'm going to say yes.
You're going to say, woohoo!
No, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say yes. It's a nice book.
So you asked, why I do it? This may be edited, but I shared it.
Yeah, you got it off your chest.
So listen, I got a big haul from one of our favorite places.
Okay.
And that is, yes, the Book Warehouse. Woo!
All right.
And let's see. I think in this one too, honey, I ended up getting even more books. Now, I love the Book Warehouse box because it comes covered in a very strong plastic.
Right.
And I'm sure that is to protect it from the elements. And I got to open it. And I like that because it's a very strong plastic.
Mm-hmm.
And it, if it does drizzle or rain a little, at least your books are, quite protected from the rain.
And that's a pretty thick box too.
It is you hear it, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
It's a super thick box, and I wanted to open it on camera.
Yes, ma'am, I see.
And yeah, so More Than Words by Roz McLean.
Okay.
Another.
That's a very handsome book.
Isn't it though?
Very colorful.
Yes. A gift.
Oh my. Okay. All right.
And by the same author, Hippos Go Berserk.
All right.
I've never read this one.
All right. And I never knew the hippos did that. All right.
Here's another children's book called Peaches. Isn't this beautiful?
Okay. Yeah, that's nice.
I mean, you can look at that book and kind of predict what's going to happen there.
Yeah, hopefully
right?
that's Peach Cobbler.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping.
And, as I'm teaching this book, I'm saying, who do you see? And they'll probably say a child and maybe not a mom, but maybe a grandma.
Yeah, it looks like grandma.
And I said, well, why would you say grandma? And I want to hear them say,
okay,
maybe the gray hair, things like that. So just teaching the cover of a book helps kids to predict. You can teach them so much. And then 2 adult books. Let's see. Oh, wow. Check that out. Abby
Okay.
Jimenez, Just for the Summer, you all.
All right.
This one was just released in 2024, I think. This one, I believe, Paul, will end up being nominated for. I'm almost certain. I'm going to say I'm 90%
Okay.
certain that this will be high on the list of nominated books.
All right.
For Goodreads and romance in the romance area.
Okay.
Romance genre. And because she wins a lot.
Oh, okay.
Between
Okay.
her and Emily Henry.
Right.
And Emily Henry is usually the winner.
And she's romance too?
She's romance as well.
Okay.
And guess what? Guess who put a quote on the book?
Emily Henry?
Emily Henry.
Well, look
You
at
got
that.
it.
Look at that support.
I love it. I love the book community.
Yeah.
And then this one, I think, came out either this year or last year,
Okay.
Better Than the Movies.
Okay. Hey, I see a movie I recognize right there. The guy with the radio above his head.
I know, say anything.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I remember that.
We have a memory behind
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
We went to see that together. And it looks like I see the one is that Dirty Dancing?
Yeah, that's what that is.
Or
Yeah.
Ghost, one of them.
No,
I
Dirty
can't-
Dancing.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the lady in the air.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I can't wait to see what this is all about. Well, we could kind of predict.
Yeah.
But I heard it was really good, and there's a second book out too.
Okay.
So this might have come out in 2023.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so yeah, that's my haul.
All right.
That's my haul.
Man, that was
That's the
fantastic,
book
babe.
outlet. I really like the book outlet.
And I like the fact that you showed these children's books, because if any of you have children, I know that because you love to read, you want your children to also develop that love of reading.
Absolutely.
And so Lesley has just taken an opportunity to just really show some fantastic books that you might want to pick up for your kids as well.
Yes.
So what I want to do today is a little bit different. I don't have a haul in the way that she has a haul, but my haul is on my Kobo Libra color.
Yes.
Listen, y'all, I'm getting so much use out of this particular e-reader. And one of the things that I really, really enjoy about it is the overdrive functionality. The fact that Overdrive, which I believe is the company that owns Libby, they have it integrated into this tablet so that I can go in on the home page and it says borrow books.
Oh,
and
man.
I click on borrow books. It takes me to my library, of course, after I set it up and put my library card in and choose the library system in my area. It takes me straight to our virtual library, and I can look for books that I want to read. So one of the things that I've been doing, babe, is I've been going to Goodreads, right?
Yeah.
And I've been looking at different books that people recommend and whatnot. Your recommendation. We have a cousin who reads, and she's connected us in Goodreads. And so I've been putting them in as books I want to read.
Fantastic.
So I go into Goodreads first, right?
Yeah.
Then I go to Kobo looking for those books. Not Kobo, but Overdrive. Looking for those books to see if I can get them to read. And you can get a book from Libby for 14 or 21 days. Now, I'm not sure if certain books won't allow you to go for 21 days. I'm sure if they're really, really hot and they're really like...
They probably won't extend
They may not extend it that long, but most books will allow you to do up to 21 days. The book I'm reading right now, everybody, is by Stephen King, and it's called Holly. Now, it's a very interesting book thus far, everybody. Thus far, it's really, really interesting. It's set, babe, during the pandemic.
Really?
Yeah. And that really made it interesting that it's set during the pandemic. And basically, it's about these crimes that are being committed. And this lady who is a detective. And so I'm just getting to the beginning of it and seeing how it's all unfolding.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It comes out the gate, a trip. I promise you, out the gate. Stephen King wastes no time,
of course,
in getting to the action in this particular book. And so far, there have been 3 events.
Okay.
And I think I'm like on chapter 4. It's just bananas.
And you don't want to you don't want to close the book.
You don't. In fact, before I came up here to do this, you had to call me and get me to stop reading.
Close that
because
book.
I was reading this book. Now, here's the thing about going through Libby, everybody. When you're going to use Libby, a lot of times the really, really popular books are going to be out there for a while. It's going to tell you sometimes, like I've got one book, Scythe. Scythe started off with 31 weeks. Now it's down to 24. And it hadn't been that long since I've had it on hold. Some people, like, they miss their hold and they just miss it. And so the number drops. And so just be patient. If it's a book you really want to read, go ahead and put it on hold, because before you know it, in fact, you just got a notification yesterday, didn't you?
I sure did.
For a book that you've been waiting, an audio book, right?
Book that I've been waiting on.
Yeah. So it's really cool the way it works, and you can do audio books or you can do physical books. And in this particular case, I've been doing physical books, but on this device, if you have Bluetooth earphones, you can actually do audio books from here.
That's cool.
Now, another thing that I did was that Kobo, just like Amazon, I believe, had a list of free books that I could get. And I got this book right here. And I don't have to rush to read it because it's free. And it's on here. It's called Silent as the Grave.
Oh, and who is that by?
By Cheryl Bradshaw.
Oh, my goodness.
I read a little bit about the book. And even though it's a free book, everybody, it sounds like a good one. So I'm really looking forward. I know. I don't think it's a new release. I think it has. And that's the thing about like some of the not used books. You got me thinking used now. About the books that are free. Yeah. Is that you would think, okay, it's a free book. It's no good. You know what I'm saying? That's not true. That's not true. Some of these free books are very, very highly rated. They've gotten awards and all kinds of recommendations. They might just be a little bit dated, but that's cool. That's okay. And so the other book that I've got here, and I hadn't started on, is called The Hunted. And it's by A.J. Okay, I'm not trying that. All right. and that's the other book, along with, of course, everybody knows that I want to read Atomic Habits. Oh, yeah. All on this device. That's my list of books that I am going to be reading over the next several weeks, because I said, everybody, I didn't want to give myself a book challenge. That's what I said. But I have given myself a book challenge. I want to knock a book out at the maximum every 2 weeks. That's good. That's a good challenge. Yeah, I don't want to be too aggressive, right? Because I may not be able to do one a week, but I want to knock out a book every 2 weeks. So do me a favor, in the comments, let me know what you think about my goal. Do you think I'm being too easy on myself, or do you think that I should pump it up a little bit, be a little more aggressive, and try to knock out a book every week? And also, honey, what about this? Tell us what your book goals are going toward the end of the year, because can you believe it's November? It's already November. It's November. So we got November and December here to work with. Let us know what your book goals are running through the end of the year. And that's everything I have, everybody. Well, that sounds fun. My book goals are going to be talked about next week. So you all stay tuned, because I'm hoping, we'll talk about it. Hopefully we'll be able to talk about it next week. Yeah. Let's do that. Well, that's a good goal, honey. I love the books that you have chosen and have become available to you. They sound like they're going to be really good. And Holly sounds really, whoo. Yeah, Holly, I think is going to be a good one. I think it's going to be a good one. Yeah. Well, I think that's all we have to share today. That's everything for today. Yeah, today. Straightforward. Yeah. I think it was fun. I enjoyed learning about the new place where we can go and buy books. Yeah, that's that thrift books, everybody. I'm excited about going there and seeing what they have. Yeah, and I'm gonna read carefully next time. Yeah, because I need my covers. Yeah. Okay,
but I like my covers.
Yeah. So keep that in mind, everybody.
Well, that was my bad.
When you go to thrift books, make sure you check out what condition the book is in and what it has and what it doesn't, so that you're not disappointed when it arrives.
Well learned.
All right.
Everybody, thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
We had fun as usual. We hope that your week has been amazing and that you're going into this weekend ready to go ahead and turn some pages.
Absolutely.
In fact, that's our question. That's our next question. Make sure you tell us in the comment section, what pages are you turning?
Yeah.
We would love to know. We love the recommendations. We love to hear more about books that you're reading. So please don't stop, because it really, really helps us to look into other books, think about other genres, and expand our mind about what we're reading and, get new perspectives on these books. So please tell us the pages you're turning.
Please do. And everybody, please remember that we would love for you to like, to share. In fact, let me show it to you, to subscribe, and to hit that notification bell. We would love for you to do that for us, because that helps to expand our channel and get this content out to more people. All right?
Okay.
And so before we go, we're just going to ask you to look up, maybe to the left or the right, or even in the center, because there's going to be another video that you can click on and watch more of our content. Somewhere. All right, babe, take us out.
Hey, thank you all so much. We hope that you have a great weekend. And until next time, remember, keep
turning
those pages. See you next week.